going on, everybody? Happy midday Monday to you. Pray that all is well. Hope you all are having a great day on this semi-cold, getting warm Monday morning, midday, morning and midday. Pray that you all had a wonderful weekend and was able to get you some rest and do some things at home or spend time with the family or whatever you had going on. Getting a message coming through, guys. Hope you all had wonderful church services on yesterday. Those that attended worship service on yesterday. And I hope you all had a great time at your local worship assemblies and houses of worship. What can I say about DTWC? Man, the Lord came in there. My God. That's all I got. That's all I can say. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. So good to see so many people come to church. People are coming to church. They're coming back to church. And God is really blessing people. We're seeing men coming to church. I mean, of course, we're seeing families, but we're seeing men, young men. I'm talking about teenagers and young, early 20s. They have a desire and a hunger to come to church and be in the house of God, and they're chasing after God, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing, man. That's what it's all about. There's a hunger and a thirst, and the Bible says that he that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. So I'm literally witnessing and watching God doing some great things in a lot of these young people's lives, and so it's just a blessing to be able to see what God is doing. But hey, guys, this is Mr. Favor, and I'm back in the saddle again, and here we are again for another Midday Monday Nugget. Share some business principles, some testimonials, all that good stuff that we do here on Midday Monday Nuggets with Mr. Favor. And hope you all are having a great day. What's up to all the business owners? What's up? Happy Midday Monday to you. Those who seeking to be in business, those who are already in the process of going in business, and those that are already in business. Happy Midday Monday to you. All right, guys, I'm going to get right to it because I'm like the third truck sitting in line. Got a truck backing up now to the shuttle buggy, and I got another truck behind me, and then I'm next. So I don't want to be caught on live, and then I have to stop the video because I have to go dump. So it kind of worked out. I was kind of hoping I would be able to make the video before everything get moving, but we've been pretty much sitting all morning, so I still got my first load on my back, so I haven't even dumped my first load yet, and it's 12 o'clock, so thank God for the opportunity to be able to make the video, because normally we be rolling pretty good, but we kind of, where we are, we have to, it's only one truck can back in at a time, so, and just sitting here in line waiting to get unloaded. So it's just one of those days, and I'm not complaining at all. You get to sit, and you're not burning any fuel, just sitting and just hurrying up and wait. And so you have days like this where you do a lot of sitting, and then you have some days where there's not no sitting. I mean, you get to the job, the machine is waiting on you. You get back to the plant, ain't nobody there. The plant is waiting on you. So, so when you have days like this, you gotta take it. You gotta enjoy it and appreciate it. Appreciate days like this. I'm telling you, they don't come around often. But just grateful to be working, guys. Here we are. We're coming up on Thanksgiving, and a lot of, especially in the construction and in the this part of the trucking, things begin to slow down for the holidays. You know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and a lot of the depending on the weather, how cold it gets. We have a lot of infrastructure. We got a lot of highway work. We got a lot of, there are buildings that are going up everywhere. So the work is here. The work is present. But it's just a matter of having that plug, that connection, be able to get in and be able to get some of the work, you know. So, but for a lot of guys, a lot of people, you know, this is one of the things that I was talking about in previous videos. You have to get your name out there. You got to, you know, get your information out there, pass out cards. Sometimes you got to get in your personal vehicle. You have to ride to a lot of the sites, and you have to introduce yourself, let them know who you are. You know, you have a truck, let them know how many trucks you have. You just got one truck, let them know that. You got more than one, let them know that. And kind of introduce yourself, let them know that you're available. And if they need any materials hauled, or they need somebody to bring in dirt or haul dirt out, or whatever the case may be, you know, just let them know you're available. And that way you can line up something for these slow months. Because like I said, a lot of like I said, depending on the weather, depending on how cold it gets, and a lot of the job sites are ready to lay asphalt or stone or whatever. There will be work, but you know, a lot of these companies, they have multiple trucks of their own. So a lot of their trucks, they're going to run their trucks first. So, and then they have a list where they have the subs and the owner operators and the private haulers. They have a list. So they go by, you know, seniority a lot of times. A lot of these companies go by seniority, who've been with them the longest. And so they just go down the list. If they have any extra work, they need any extra trucks added on, they'll just reach out to those who are on their list. But for the most part, if you don't have a lot of crews working at the same time like they do in the spring and the summer months, you know, they kind of trim down, and they don't really have a lot of crews running. So that's going to limit the amount of trucks that's needed. A lot of your paving and your resurfacing, you know, it has to be a certain temperature to be able to lay down resurface, you know, lay down surface, and top is what we call it. And, you know, again, you're limited. So you got to be able to go out, and you got to be able to find your own work. And one of the things that, when you step out and you go in business for yourself, you are responsible for your own work. You are responsible for going out and finding work, okay? You know, as a driver, who you drive for, that's who's responsible for finding work for you. But when you step out on your own, you know, you got to change your mentality as it relates to sitting in that seat behind that wheel. You're no longer sitting in that seat behind the wheel as a driver. You are sitting in that seat behind the wheel as an owner. And so you have to be responsible for your own work, okay? You got to be able to go out. You got to be able to pick up the phone and contact trucking companies, and you got to be able to email and, you know, send your insurance certificate and information in to other companies so that they can know that you are available. And you got to have the necessary insurance. You got to have workers' comp and all that stuff that they require in order for you to be considered to be called and to be used on their particular jobs. So a lot of stuff you have to do yourself. And so And I see a lot of people, they feel some kind of way that somebody's not calling them or looking out for them or whatever the case may be. But if that's your mentality, then you shouldn't be in business, because part of being in business is being a leader. You got to go out. You got to have that hustle. You got to have that grind. You got to have that grit to go out and get it. And you can't allow somebody telling you, well, I don't need you, or somebody saying no. You can't let that be an excuse to not continue to be consistent and keep going after what you need, and as relates to work. So, I hear a lot of guys, well, I called so-and-so and they said they didn't need nothing. Okay, so that's it. So because they told you they didn't need nothing, you just gonna sit around and do nothing? No, you got to get on the phone and call somebody else. You got to reach out to them each day, because there's a lot of trucking companies out here. I'm gonna give y'all a footnote, give you a little secret, okay? There's a lot of companies out here, and these guys get calls, these dispatchers and all of this. They get calls from guys all the time, okay? Sometimes these guys want to see how serious you are. You calling them for work, but when they tell you they don't have anything or they don't need nothing, that doesn't mean that doesn't mean they won't need you ever. That doesn't mean that they're not gonna need trucks and they're not gonna use you ever. It's just that they didn't need nothing for that day, or they could be a little slow this week. So you can't take that to mean they don't need you, period. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to communicate and say, well, when I was getting started, I would call people and I would say, hey, I got a truck available. Do you need anything? No, not right now. But let me take your name and your number and send you information. And when something comes up, I'll call you. Well, after that, I would reach out to them periodically. I would reach out to them probably every other day, every 2 days. Hey, this is Favor. I'm just checking with you. I know we spoke briefly the other day, and you said that, things was kind of slow. I'm just touching bases with you to see, have things changed, or is anything picking up, or you got some things coming up? You know what I'm saying? I just want to let you know that I'm available, and if you need some extra trucks, just call and let me know. And then sometimes they'll be like, you know what? Wait a minute. I just got an order just came in. What you got going on tomorrow? Matter of fact, I need you the rest of the week. And that could be on a Tuesday, a Monday. And here I am, because I did a follow-up 2-3 days later. I did a follow-up. Now I'm locked in for the whole week. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was willing to reach out. I was willing to be persistent. And a lot of times that's what these dispatchers and these trucking companies are looking for, because they have a lot of these contracts. And so they're looking for people that they can call, that's going to be dependable. They're gonna be on time. They're gonna show up, and it's because it's a lot of companies out here. They're not dependable. They don't have a good reputation. They don't have a good name. So they have to deal with that on a consistent basis. So you got to bring something to the table that is different from everything that's common. So that's what they deal with. Trucks not showing up, trucks leaving, you know what I'm saying? People lying, they get on, they call them on the phone, hey, you gonna be available? Nah, man, I ain't gonna be available, man. I'm gonna be out tomorrow. My truck broke down, or this, that, and the third. And then these people riding around and they see your truck sitting on another job, when all you had to do was just be honest and say, hey, listen, I decided to book my truck with this particular outfit, or I'm not available. If you don't want to go into details, you don't want to tell people your business, just say, you know what? I just wanted to communicate with you. I know you've been working me, and I appreciate what you've been doing, but tomorrow I'm not available. I've already booked myself over on another site, so I'm not going to be available for the next couple of days. But I will be available starting Monday morning. That's it. Communication, guys. That's what got me where I am right now. Being able to communicate with different companies, dispatchers, building that business and that personal relationship with these guys, being honest, being dependable, and that's what got me where I am right now. I can pick up the phone, scroll through my contact list, and call any trucking company within this area, outside the area. Have connections in Raleigh, Charlotte, don't make no difference. Virginia, Sanford, Fayetteville, all down in there. Lemon Springs. You can pick up the phone and call and say, hey, this is Favor. A little slow up this way. What y'all got going on down there? But see, that came from over time. It didn't happen overnight, but it's just building that personal relationship with people and being honest with people and communicating with people. Because all it takes is for you to connect with one person that may have a plug with 5 other people. And because of their recommendation, based upon doing business with you, and you carry a good name, you just got connected to 5 other companies through that one business relationship. Now you got 6 connections. You got 6 connections, and so now all I gotta do is pick up the phone and make one phone call, and I have access to 6 different connections through one true, honest business relationship. That's where it started. And it started with communication, being honest, being straight up, and that's it. A lot of times we make things complicated. We make it more than what it really is. And all you got to do is just communicate. That's it. Just be honest, tell the truth, and communicate. Don't be bashing nobody else's name. Don't be speaking negative against other people and other companies, because that stuff circulates. It gets around, okay? So you are responsible for your reputation. I'm going to say it again. You, the person, is responsible for the reputation that you have, okay? And that has a lot to do with the relationships that you are connected to, okay? So it does matter who you're connected to as it relates to business. And a lot of people don't know how to differentiate. They don't know how to separate. They don't know how to set boundaries between business and personal. And so a lot of people, they get offended, they fall out because somebody don't know how to separate business from personal. Okay? There are some things, that's why you don't need to bring your personal feelings to a business transaction. It's strictly business. And if you change in the personal relationship because of something that took place in a business relationship where the personal relationship wasn't really authentic in the beginning, or you didn't have boundaries as it relates to personal and business. So either there was a lack of boundaries, or the relationship or the friendship wasn't authentic, 100% authentic, okay? So it could be a number of reasons. But those are the 2 main reasons basically that I'm talking about right now. So, guys, I'm getting ready to back up, but I hope the nugget really blessed you guys. I had a whole lot to say, but it's just I don't have the time. But I pray that this nugget was a blessing to y'all. I might do a part 2 of this probably next Monday. But for many of you, but I don't get to see you anymore if you don't tune in tonight, Monday night with AGA. I pray that you all have a wonderful, safe, blessed, and happy Thanksgiving. That you all enjoy your family time, get you some rest, eat good, and continue to have a God-blessed Monday afternoon, all right? Y'all be safe out there. I got to go. I got to back up and get unloaded. Listen, guys, y'all stay encouraged, stay safe, all right? This is Mr. Favor. I'm out of here. Peace.